Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, welcome. My name is Dion. We're going to start with Vanilla Mint chapstick. And then I'm going to tell you what's on my face. And then as I prime my lids, I'm going to do the intro. There will be timestamps as usual. So even though I would love for you to stay, if you want to skip, I understand. Because my videos be long. And this one will most likely not be an exception. So what's on my face right now? Excuse me. The Fenty primer and the Fenty foundation shade 335, Fenty brow pencil. Then we set the face. I got stuff and you hear stuff falling already. I'm gonna leave it. Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder, truly tawny to set the face. Then I was watching one of Grace's videos, and so I pulled out some Sigma stuff. I am so easily influenced sometimes. This is the Sigma bronzer she sent me, excuse me. It says matte bronzer and the shade is deep. So that's what we have here and along. And I did go lightly because this can get dark. So, excuse me, went lightly with that. I picked the blush at random and it turned out to be Watermelon Bliss. So that is what is on the cheeks. I love those. I picked the highlighter at random, House Slabs Fire Opal. So that's what you see up here. If you see any orange, you can see it right here, like orange, yellow, golden. That's what this is. Y'all listen, why do I want 3 more of their highlighters? Yeah, so I'm waiting for a sale, of course. Then to put for under eye, Hourglass Radiant Light, and lightly over the face, very lightly. Then we took Hourglass Eternal Light, the one that made me toasty. And so with this one, I just put like right here, a little on the chin, a little on the nose, also bronzer on my nose. And then I just went across the forehead. So that's all I did. Lightly here on the nose, just this area here and right here. Because this does make me toasty, but I do like that it is like subtle, barely there. And I find with the Hourglass powders, it does just blur everything together and it gives like a slight sheen. And so if your bronzer is looking harsh, or this should be a review video, right? Or if your blush is looking harsh, put on one of them powders. If you're okay with using Hourglass powders, because I hate that I love them and I love that I hate them. So I understand if you don't. But those are good for just locking everything in. Lower lash line. First half of lower lash line, we have NYX retractable eyeliner in gold. Outer lower lash line, matte color excess. Stage 5 clinger is the shade. For my inner rims, NYX retractable eyeliner in deep blue. Y'all, this is almost done. And I looked at my backup. I don't have any. But I'm not going to repurchase it because I already have so many liners. So it won't be a blue. I realized I don't have another blue. But I have like aqua green, gypsy blue. And I have blacks and grays. And so we're going to... I'm like, I don't have to have a deep blue. That's what I'm telling myself. Because I do have a lot of liners to get through. So... And then I sprayed the face. This thing keeps falling. Skindinavia, the finishing spray, the makeup finishing spray. And this one is the bridal one. So we have that on as well. And yeah, so we're going to prime. Well, this chest congestion is just, it's getting better, but it's still, the more I talk, the more difficult it is to breathe. Using my albuterol inhaler does work, and I did use it today, and I think I need to use it again. Fenty eye primer. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Dion, and I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. Why? Because I'm crazy. You'll see. Hang around. You'll see. And I have lots of playlists and videos for you to watch and go through. And you'll be like, yeah, she ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie to you. Crazy though, even though that was serious. But seriously, just knowing it's okay to be yourself, however you are. Just let your authentic personality shine through in your videos. Like, don't feel like you need to be like someone else or need to hide a part of yourself. I mean, I'm not saying put like your whole life out there, but however you are, just let your natural personality show through. If you want to talk about something, talk about it. And don't be embarrassed, you know, about anything. Like, just own who you are and love yourself for it. The troll part of the crazy troll, I just rubbed my eyeball with the brush. Like my actual eyeball. The troll part of the Crazy Troll Nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Wear what you want to, with whatever tool you want to, use whatever technique you want to, and just rock it. Watching beauty related content And I want to say more so when we're new, and maybe that was just my experience, because I was learning, and so I felt like I need to do exactly what they say. I need to use that exact product that they're using. I need to use that exact brush. And so I still hear a lot of that today, but it doesn't affect me because it's like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, which is how I like my makeup. You know what I'm saying? And so just wear what you want, how you want, because you need to be satisfied with your makeup. Like, who are they to judge or tell you you're wrong? You know what I'm saying? So that's the bottom line here. Self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the bottom line of the Crazy Troll Nation. Being yourself and just rocking it and loving yourself for it. So if that sounds good to you, I would love for you to hang around. If you need to skip through the video, I know that's a thing. I would love for you to stay, but that's what this channel is about. Lots of information down below always for your viewing pleasure. And there's some links, the majority are affiliated. What we're using today, excuse me, MAC Connecting Color Future Flame. This is a collab, you know from the title. My homegirl Jasmine, the buffet witch. She also has Hi-Fi Color, and she has Future Flame. So we're doing a collab, and we're also answering questions. I was over ambitious, so I picked out, well, I went online and looked up like random questions, and so I have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions. And so I sent her a list of 15 questions, and she was like, oh yeah, sure. But then I started questioning my ability to, what eyeliner do I think I'm gonna want to use? I'm gonna pull this one out. That might not look right. I started questioning my ability to answer questions while doing a makeup look, because y'all know I talk a lot during my makeup looks, and I like to explain what I'm doing and why. And so I told her, what if we just answer the questions? But we know the fun part is also doing the makeup look, and so we are. So she said, how about we do less questions? And so we're only going to do 5. And the questions are thought-provoking. And that's why I was like, I don't think I could do that and do makeup. And so, so we're going to get started with the look. And I'm going to try to remember to answer the darn questions. If you haven't checked out Jasmine, she recently started a YouTube channel. I have been encouraging her for a while. She does amazing looks on Instagram. I'll have her Instagram below. And I will tag her in the title of this video, so you can click on that. That'll take you to her channel. But do check her out. She's brown skin. She has very like full lips. I have not seen her not rock any shade lip color. She can wear any lipstick and it just looks great on her. But if you like bold eyeshadow looks, you like seeing looks with, you know, different lipsticks, like the same eyeshadow look with different lipsticks, like over on her Instagram, she's the girl to watch. And I just love that she's out the box with her makeup. And she does colorful makeup. She does some neutrals. Her personality, y'all, the way when she writes stuff, I'm just laughing at how she words things. And she's like that in her video too. So I do encourage you to check her out. And one of her series that she does that I love is, excuse me. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking and I'm not doing makeup. She has a series called 10 looks something. I don't know if it's, no, you know what, it's 10 tries or goodbye, or 10 tries and goodbye, where she'll do 10 looks with a palette to decide if she's going to keep it or not. And I think that's amazing, because often we see somebody just do 3 looks, 1 palette, and you never see that palette again on their channel. You may see it once every other month when they do a roundup, but that's it. But she will knock out, she will bust out 10 looks with 1 palette. And I love that. And so it's about using what you have. And y'all know I do that here too, because I like to keep my collection small. My treasure trove small. So everything gets worked in. Let's get started with the look, because I can go on and on. And this is why I was questioning and answering questions. The first question is, what are your must-have qualities in a best friend? We're going to take this shade here, which is Embark. We're going to start outer corner in. This is a Fenty 230 brush. I don't have best friends. Either I'm cool, well, either I call someone a friend, or I'll say something like, oh yeah, I'm cool with so-and-so. It takes a lot for me to call someone a friend. A friend to me, and I know there's different levels of friendship, and I have to remember that, Because some people, if you get along, they're like, oh, we're friends. And I'm like, I just met you like a month ago and I don't even still know you that well. Because it does take time to get to know people. So for me, it's more, and it's always been this way for me. For me, it's more than just we get along or, we met at a club and we kept chit-chatting. For me, it's a lot more than that. But the qualities I look for, and also for me, in my day-to-day life, I do have people I call chosen family. Those are the people that are the epitome to me of friendship, where we can talk about anything. We can agree to disagree. It's reciprocal. We tell each other what it is and what it's not. We never take things personal. And just having like mature intellectual conversations. And sometimes just shooting the shit or whatever. And knowing that if one of us is going through something, the other one is there, whether just to hear you breathe on the phone or to just listen, not being quick to give advice, because sometimes you just need to just hear yourself say something to somebody and to get a different perspective. And so some people, when you say things, they just want to jump in with a suggestion. I'm like, I don't want your suggestions. Like, I just want you to listen. And so my chosen family people, we know that about each other. And they're much like me in the sense of, we don't do small talk. We either want to talk or we just want to just sit there and eat. I'm not good at just idle chit chat. Like just, oh yeah, I went to the store and somebody dropped the apple and they didn't pick it up. Like, I'm just like, so? I mean, and not so, because it's like, okay, they dropped it, they should pick it up. But I'm not good at idle chit chat. And so that's something that, it is a factor in meeting people, because most people do. It's just like, oh, what kind of car do you have? I'm like, I want to talk about things that are significant and things that are substantial. And even just meeting people, I'm not saying I need to know or want to know like your whole life, but we can still have like a deep conversation without being personal. You know what I'm saying? And so I look for, and I really don't, it just happens. And from chit-chatting with people or talking to people, like where they may end up fitting in your life. But what I look for, I'll say chosen family. And it just happens organically. Like, I don't meet someone and say, oh, they're going to be a part of my chosen family. It just happens. It's just organic. But the qualities that they have, they're authentic. They don't change according to who they're around. They speak their mind. They don't take things personal. They're honest with me. If I do ask for their advice, if I'm off, they tell me I'm off. They're like, yeah, you might want to rethink that. Because some people don't want to say something that may sound negative, but it can be constructive criticism. And, I need to be open to that. And so just people that I know and trust that's going to be honest with me, that love me and care about me. And they do have my best interests at heart, and they don't have ulterior motives. So those are the qualities that people that are a part of my chosen family have. And yeah, so picture, 10 of me in a room. Y'all probably like, oh, damn, I don't want to picture that. But, excuse me, those are the qualities that my chosen family have. And they're not chit-chatters like me either. And we may, text once in a blue moon, like just something that's not really that important. But when something goes down, there's a phone call and we are on it. Like we deal with it, we talk about it, we support each other. And, it's not just that, fly by night, just gossip stuff, because we don't gossip. And so, but those are the qualities of my chosen family, which to me, I guess would be equivalent to best friends. I don't rank people on top of other people. It's whatever feeling I get, wherever they fit in my life is where they fit, and I don't try to force things. And so I will say I'm cool with a lot of people. Do I rock hard with a lot of people? No, rock hard is I'm there. We're going to ride together. We're going to die together. If you need me, I'm here. I'm with you. What's up? What's going on? What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's reciprocal, because some people, you go all in and they just keep you on the back burner. So it's like, that's not reciprocal. Or they only call you to complain or call you if they want sympathy. Nah, I don't play those games. Either you in or you out. I mean, you can be on the porch coming every now and then for dinner. But yeah, so that's the qualities I look for. If I had to get a tattoo, I have no tattoos. if I had to get a tattoo today, what would I get? This is gonna be a dark look. We're going with this shade, and this shade here is Worldwide Wine. I feel like I'm gonna be in my glory because y'all know I like darker looks. I would get a butterfly tattoo. I don't know what color I would get, but I like the idea of if I had to get a tattoo. The concept of butterflies for me is something that's ever changing and ever growing, which they don't because eventually they die. Oh, there's a scripture and I can't remember what it is, but it's talking about change, like change of life and how you grow and you become something better than you were. And so like when we see a caterpillar, to me those are just like they're just gross. Like they're furry, they just crawl around and it's just like ew. And then they go into the cocoon thing, which that looks hideous too. But then when they come out of that, it's just like that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And so I would get a butterfly because for me, it signifies growth and change and transformation. And even at the ripe old age of 65. Did I say 65? What? Troll, what? See, you trying to do makeup and answer questions, and this is what happens. You ain't no damn 65. I'm 54. What the fuck? I'm not... Oh, I forgot to say in the intro, I do curse sometimes on my channel. And also there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly gurgles, hiccups, and belch. So I do apologize for not saying it in the intro. What the hell? I'm fucking 65. I'm 54. I don't know where... See, Jasmine, this is why I was saying I'm questioning my ability to do makeup and answer questions. I don't even know how old I am. I'm 54, y'all. I'm gonna say 60 something. But I'm liking this look. I'm liking this depth here. Yeah, so I would get a butterfly because it signifies growth, change, transformation, and they start out so hideous. And so things don't always start out the way we want them to be, but as you go through your life and as you learn things, learning is what enables you to grow. Some people don't want to learn nothing new. They just want to stay the same because it's comfortable, right? You're familiar with where you are and what's going on in your life. But being open to that change, and letting that transformation happen. And when they're in a cocoon, I forget how long they're in there, but it's a process. And when they come out, it's a whole new creature. And I love that concept. And somebody was telling me something along these lines, eons ago, maybe like 30 years ago. And it stuck with me. And that's when I fell in love with butterflies. Do I go out of my way to go see them? No. But that thought of it, it just stuck with me. Just the growth and the transformation. And that it does take time and that it is a process. And I really just love that concept. So, yeah. The answer is short. I would get a butterfly. And that's why. Jasmine says she's a talker. So even with these 5 questions, she says she can talk the whole video. And we are going to talk the whole video. I talked the whole video anyway. Yeah. The next shade, MAC shadows just work for me, y'all. If y'all can get these connecting colors on sale at Ulta or when MAC has a sale, I recommend it. This to me gives sunlit seduction vibes, except it's way more versatile because it has a wider range. Even though they're all in the same family, there's a lot of variety in here. So the next shade, what's the question? The next question is, what is a telltale sign that I'm upset? What are we going to use next? We are going to... Is that a metallic as well? We're going to go into this red right here. And that shade is Flamboyant. People who know me, my chosen family people, and people who are my in-house friends, like people we're cool, but it's more so like when I see you, like we don't always stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a phone talker. I'm more of, if you need me, call me. If something's going down, you want me to come around, I'll come around. But other than, because I don't do the chit chat stuff. But what was I saying? Oh, people who know me, and there's a lot of people who be like, "Oh, you're one of my good friends," and I'm thinking, like, I don't feel that way. But And people do come to me and talk to me and tell me stuff. And sometimes I'm like, why are they talking to me? Like, but, and it's something about me. Like, some people have told me they're intimidated by me, but then other people are drawn to me for whatever reason that I don't know and I don't understand. Because I think I come across as a bitch. I really do. And because this is how my face usually looks. Does that look approachable? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, why are they talking to me? Like, do I not look mean? And even though I'm not a mean person, I am a serious person. And so that's what intimidates some people, because they're like, you do have a way about you that, you know, people ain't gonna fuck with you. And I don't do it on purpose. It's just how I am. And my chosen family, they're the same way. And that's why we get along, because we understand each other and that it's not personal. But anyway, a telltale sign that I'm upset, even somebody that knows me somewhat well, they can tell when I'm upset. Here's a telltale sign I'm upset. Somebody's talking about something, and I look, and I'm just... That's all it is. And people who know me somewhat well, they're like, okay, Dion, what's going on in your mind? And I'm like... And even though I don't talk a lot in person, I don't talk a lot in groups. I do better one-on-one or like small crowds of chosen family people, because I'm not going to get down with you, get down and dirty in a conversation with you as my chosen family, and there's like 5 people around that I'm barely cool with. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to kind of just stay quiet and watch and listen. But just me, just people who know me, that's the telltale sign. I get even more quiet, and I'm trying to control my facial features. Because back in the day, I would be like, and now I just be like, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a deep breath and just without doing the motion. So I'm just like exhaling while I'm looking away. And my looking away is like sort of a way to emotionally distance myself even more. So like if I'm not looking at you, I can kind of be like, okay, they're not here. Even though I know they're there, but it's just my way of emotionally and or intellectually distancing myself so that I don't be like, bitch, or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's the telltale sign. Or if someone asks me a question and it's, to me, it's some bullshit, I'll be like, I'll tell you later. Or we'll talk about it later. That's the telltale sign too, because when people ask me questions, I will answer. But if I'm hesitating or if I'm like, that's a sign. That's a sign too, because I'm not being vocal. I'm getting my thoughts together. I'm realizing how I want to say it may seem inappropriate, so I'm just censoring myself. So that's a telltale sign. And you'll see it in videos, and not that I'm upset, but sometimes when I'm doing videos that I know are controversial, I'll be like, because I'm getting my thoughts together. So that's not being upset. But if there's like people saying stuff, or I might just be like, I'll be back later, and I'll just walk away. That's the telltale sign. It's when I get more quiet than I am. And y'all like, girl, you ever quiet? Because you be talking your ass off in these videos. I know. I love chatting with y'all. Me who don't like small chit chat, right? But this is, excuse me, makeup. So that's a telltale sign. I'll get more quiet than I usually am, and or make up a reason to walk away, or I'll just back away slowly and walk away. Because if there's a group of people talking and they're trying to bring me into the conversation because they're looking at whoever they're talking to, I'll just kind of just like fade to black and just be gone. And then one of my peoples will be like, are you okay? Like you just kind of dipped out. And so that's a sign. I get more quiet than usual, and I'll kind of like fade to black and just, just leave. Number 4, what is my nickname? What are we going to take? We're going to take this shade, which is Coppering. I'm doing a lot more than I thought I was going to do. My grandfather, he had a nickname for everybody in the family. Very seldom did he call anybody by their legal name. And if he did, he said it loud, and you knew you were in trouble. And his nickname for me was Cookie. I don't know why. I don't even know if I ever asked him why. But yeah, he called me Cookie. And my uncles, one in particular, he would, like, he's so cool. He really is. One of my uncles in particular is really cool. And we do talk. about like really significant stuff, whatever it is. Like he knows I'm in the alternative community and stuff like that. He knows I'm polyamorous, and we have conversations about all kinds of things, and I respect that. This gradient, y'all, is the bomb. You can't tell me it is. You can tell me it is. I ain't gonna believe you. We're going back with that first brush and bark, and we're just gonna feather up here. And sometimes he'll say, excuse me for smacking. Sometimes he'll be like, Grandpa's little cookie. And it always makes me laugh. My grandfather is no longer here. I think he was 88 when he passed, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, every now and then, that one uncle will be like, Grandpa's little cookie. I'm like, I was never little. I think I was born a size 2. And in high school, I was a size 12. Elementary school, I was like a size 10. Like, I was always just big. What brush is this one? Oh, this is the brush that had this shade on it right here. So we're just feathering up for blending purposes. And this shade here, yeah, so it was like Grandpa's little cookie. And of course, it makes me laugh. It is a fond memory of my grandfather. I have other fond memories of my grandfather too. He was a different type of person, but I understood him even as a kid. We had a good relationship. And so I feel like I'm about to get a little sad here. So we're going to move on. Yeah, I'm thinking of something in particular that one of our conversations in particular we had, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me. And it's ironic how when someone passes away, even like years later, you'll think of something they said and you're like, wow, that was really profound. And even at the time when he said it, I was a lot younger. It was profound at the time, and it stuck with me. So I was just like, wow. But I was going to use a shade for transition, but you see our lid shades is up to the brow. So I was going to use the E45 for my transition. And I could still put it. Yeah, I'm going to still put it right there. Because Grace used this in her video. So I was like, oh, I'm going to use that today. Yeah, I'm just easily influenced right now. I think this might be too dark. Let's just do it. This is La Vida Mocha. And we're tapping straight and tapping off. So the next question, what is my favorite topic to talk about? And I am putting this just below the line of the top edge of the lid shades. I don't know what I'm thinking it's going to do, but we are going to put a shade under the brow. So this is just a little bit lower. Tapping in again. It depends on the crowd. One of my cousins, the one who I go with her and her daughter sometimes to her daughter's cheerleading competition, we talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. But here, of course, makeup. How can I say? Just whatever's going on in life. Like when I'm talking to one of my chosen family members, you know, we'll talk about the alternative community that we're a part of. You know, we'll talk about, you know, something that happened in our day-to-day life. So I'll say for me, my favorite topic, since it's saying what's my favorite topic, is behavior. And maybe that's the clinician in me. Like just trying to understand people or trying to figure out like where they're coming from and where they're going. Or when they say stuff, trying to figure out why did they say that? Like what does that really mean? Because people don't always say what they mean, which leaves us, if we want to know, to try and figure out what they're really talking about or what they're saying. And so I don't think that did anything, but just add a little shine. But that's okay. We're going to take another Esom brush. Thank you, Grace. This is the E49, and we're going to take Amber Lights, this shade right here. And we're going to go straight in, and we're just going to put this right here. I like to talk about human behavior. Just trying to figure people out, or figure out situations, the possibilities of why whatever happened, or why whatever they said. And that's why I like therapy, because they're trying to understand themselves too. And my job is to help them understand themselves. That's pretty. This is pretty. I'm excited to see what Jasmine's look is going to look like. This is pretty. So you look at this palette and might think, okay, it's just a red base palette. But look at this look. You got the deep shades, 2 deep shades, and then we came in on a gradient. And you can tell that this one is different than that one. And even though we put a shade here that you can't really tell, it kind of just added like some shimmer, which made the blend look a little better if it needed to be better. And then we have this shade up here, excuse me for the glare, under our brow. I like this look. Thank you, Jasmine, for this collab. And so that's it for the 5 questions. But yeah, just trying to help people figure things out, or for me, just sitting back when I'm hearing conversations, just trying to figure out where they're coming from and why. But as far as discussions, I'll just say just human behavior. Talking about human behavior and possible, like, why is this going on or why is this happening? We're not done with the palette. We have to do our lower lash line. And we're going to use 2 Fenty brushes for that. And these are number 220 brushes. Not that it matters. And I like using these for lower lash line because they're tapered. And it's like a triangular tapered. What are we going to put lower lash line? I think... Okay, we're going to take Coppering, that same shade that we put under our brow. We're going to put that over the first half. I could just look in this mirror. The first half of our lower lash line. So that's my favorite topic. It's just human behavior, just in general. Trying to understand, or helping them understand, you know, why they did what they did, or why they're thinking what they're thinking. This is that blue eyeliner that sometimes gets caught. Sometimes the pencil eyeliner gets caught in my lashes and then it falls on my face. And I can tell by the color of it that it was the liner. Because sometimes I'll have like black specks and I'm not using any black shadows. I'm like, okay, that's the liner. If I use a black liner, or even like a gray, because sometimes that shows up black. Now we're going to take this shade, this one, which is Flamboyant. And I'm going to put that on the second half of the lid. So that's it for the questions. And you know, now I'm thinking I could have did more. So maybe I was underestimating myself, because I was really thinking I wasn't going to be able to answer questions while I was doing my makeup. It did take effort though for me to remember not to just talk about makeup, because usually I'm like, okay, I'm doing this because it is, you know, I'm doing this to blend, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. And so it did take me some concentration to be like, okay, answer the question. And so I did better than I thought. And I am glad it was only the 5 questions. And so maybe her and I will come back and finish this list. Yo, I got like hundreds and hundreds. Because one website had like 300 questions. I'm just like, dang. And so yeah, I have a bunch of questions because I'm not good at thinking up questions. But other collabs that I will do will probably answer some questions too. Like get to know me and not just like about the makeup stuff. That is pretty. Now I'm thinking I want to do a red on my upper lash line, but I'm thinking that'll be too much red. So I pulled out a blue and a dark purple. Excuse me, for upper lash line. And I'm leaning towards the purple. Yeah, the matte purple from Inglot. Because I do have Macro Violet from MAC, which is purple, but that's a shimmer. And sometimes it doesn't show up well on top of dark shadows. This eye is starting to tear. Look at this coming down. Damn it. Shoot, I hate when that happens. Because then it's like, what do I do? Shoot. And it's traveling over. And doing this, all it does is lift the foundation. Oh, I do have concealer on. I'm under my eye and this entire area right here. So all this does is just remove makeup from under there. And even doing this, it removes the makeup from under there. So you see now it's like a blank, well, not blank, but a bald patch. So that is it for the shadows. And what I could do is bring the shadow down further, but because it'll keep tearing, it'll just make that, what's the word? It'll make this gap even wider and more noticeable, I think. It is warm in here. Y'all, why, the last few days it was warm. Today is the 20th of April. The last few days it was like 70-something degrees, and then it dropped back down to like 50. I'm just like, what is happening? And I was really thinking spring was here. And then that's that same brush. I'm looking for the brush that had that other, can't be far, here it is. Had this shade on it. So we're just, excuse me, troll. So we're just doing this just to blend them together. Yeah, this side. It's not tearing too bad though. So I think I'm going to do the purple for the upper lash line. Do check out Jasmine's channel. Do check out all the information I have down below, because sometimes stuff be hiding in plain sight and I'm like, it's there. Why did I pull out 2 different eyeliner brushes? These are the MAC 210s. The blue would definitely add more color. I think this would be more sensible, but then also I want to kind of do maybe Contemplative State. Max Paint Pot. It'll add color, but it's not obnoxious. Or this is what happens when you have a lot of gel liners. The Melt Terrible Vision. I think we're going to do this one. This is bright. Contemplative State we're going to do because it is sensible and it's not too much. I also have pulled out Lethal's Phase, but I think this would kind of blend in. That would be safe because it doesn't look like much. But we're going to use Contemplative State. So that means I can put these other purple ones away and the blue one away. So this is what Contemplative State looks like. So I can put one of these eyeliner brushes away. Sorry for elbowing you in the face. This is... Let me just leave that alone. So, yeah, we could have did more questions. So I'm just swirling this in here. I'm going to use a new lippy today from MAC that I purchased. It feels like a piece of lint in this eye. That's why it's tearing. But where did the lint come from? So you see what I'm saying? This is safe. It shows up, but it's safe. Here's the thing. If you enjoy neutral eyeshadow looks or barely there eyeshadow looks, or if where you work, you feel like you need to have more toned down eyeshadow, but you still want to experiment with color, use a different eyeliner for your upper lash line, something that's not black and something that's not brown. That can be a really fun way just to add a pop of color without feeling like you look obnoxious because you're at work. You know what I'm saying? So that's my encouragement for you. We're not going to do a long wing. We're just going to do just that. And it's kind of a double wing. So you see red here, and then you see Contemplative State up here. And we're going to pull that out because then it blends into my skin tone. This eye is tearing. But when I smile, it just hides. You can't see it. But like if I do this, you can see like that's like all wet in there. And when I do that, you can't tell. But it just wipes away. Like now it's a bald patch. You see that? It's a complete bald patch. Like there's no makeup in there at all. So I should have just left it. Right? Yeah. I'm going to take... There's something in this eye. What the hell got in there? Shoot. Did I tell you I sprayed? Yeah, I did. I sprayed my face with the Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. But it is not a match for my teary eye. Look at that. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, use an eyeliner that's not a black or a brown. And it can be something, you know, basic like this. And not this one, but something that does kind of blend in to your skin tone, like when you come out here. But so you look at it and it's like, oh, there's a little color there, but it's not like pow boom, you know, like a purple or a blue, a bright blue. You know what I mean? And so that's my encouragement for you for this video, is if you do like neutral looks and you're like, I do want to use color, but I kind of don't, you know, get a different color eyeliner other than black or brown. This side comes straight. This side has the accidental swoosh. Ain't nothing we're going to do about it. So I am going to go in again with that shade Coppering. No, Amber Lights. And I need to just leave it, but it's just looking, I don't like how it just looks like a bald patch. So we're just bringing it down wide, and that does look better. So we're going to bring this side down wide, and I'm going to hope to do pictures. Actually, I'm going to do pictures right now. And so if it gets messy again, it hopefully won't be too noticeable. Well, I got to do my lip. Damn, mascara. We're going to use that Queen Museum mascara. I'm really curious to see if it's going to do anything for my lashes after the 42 days. Because it's saying 42 days of use, your lashes will be noticeably longer. So I am really glad that it doesn't irritate my lids. I mean, my eyes, I should say. I am really excited about that. And It is more noticeable when I don't have on a black eyeliner, but then like, is it really? And maybe it's just that my lashes aren't that long, because a mascara will not lengthen your lashes. It'll just give the appearance of longer lashes because it's straightening out your lashes. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you have curly hair, when you straighten it, it looks longer. That's the concept. So when things say, this will lengthen, you can see it nice on the bottom. It's not going to give you length that you don't already have. It's just that your lashes may be curled or a little wavy or angled downward or inward. And the mascara just kind of helps them all go in one direction. So this eye you can see better. And I think the first demo I did with this mascara, this side was more noticeable than this side. So I was thinking these lashes are just a little bit longer than on this side. But last time I used it, this side was more noticeable. And then I thought I had got my sides mixed up. But now that I'm doing it again, the third time using this, the brush does feel really nice. It was this side that looked longer. So you can really see over here. This side is like, And, you know, saying after 42 days of use, that means I need to use it every day for 42 days. And this is only the second one I have open. I still have this open that I keep thinking is done. That's the Max Stack. It's not done, but I've had it for a while and I keep thinking it's done. So I'm thinking just to go ahead and toss that one and keep using this one. And who really counts the days anyway? Nobody I know. So the lip we're going to use that I'm excited about, excuse me, is White Balsam Chapstick. I don't know if this is going to go, but I say that often, I feel like. And well, we're going to see. And so it is a new to me product. I purchased it, not on sale, no coupon code. I did go through, I think, a Shop My link for it. This is the Maleficent that I keep always thinking I say it wrong. It's a lip gloss from MAC. This is what it looks like. And I got it because look at that color. So hopefully it'll show up that way. So we're going to put this on. And that'll be, I can put that blue eyeliner away. And that'll be it for this look. So we're going to see if the lip gloss is a color. Oh. I didn't like lip glosses back in the day because they were always so freaking sticky. But I found that I like them over liquid lipstick because then it doesn't feel sticky. So we're going to see what this is going to look like. So some of it is looking dark and then some of it is not. So I'm thinking the brush isn't coated evenly. I like how the top lip looks, except right here, toward the inside of my lip, because of how my lips are shaped. So feel free to answer the questions. I think I'm going to put them in a pinned comment because my description box is kind of full. If they fit in the description box, I'll put them in there, but I don't think they will. Yeah, I'll just put them in a pinned comment. So if you want to answer the questions in a video or just answer them down below, that's fine too. If you do a video, be sure to tag myself and Jasmine to make sure that we see it. I do enjoy tag videos. It's just something else fun to do. I normally don't do that with my lips, but this demanded it because it was looking patchy. I do like that this is a color. It's not dry like 25 years ago. The lip glosses were dry, so I was kind of concerned that it was a lip gloss. I'm like, let me try. It doesn't feel like glue on my lips, excuse me for smacking. I do think it goes with the eye look. I do think this will look nice over black, but I think it would just give a black lipstick some extra shine. So I'm going to take pictures. Yep, That's what you're going to see over here later on when I say this is the finished look. And we're going to take a picture for the thumbnail. Cover up all the glares. That's the thumbnail picture. So that's how you do that. You just, you know, pose, pause, make sure there's no glares on the products. And then you just do your screen capture, whatever thingy. And that's going to be it. So let me know what you think about this look. Thank you again, Jasmine, for this collab. Do check out her channel. And again, the questions are, if you're listening while you're driving or something like that, number one, what are your must-have qualities in a best friend? Number two, if you had to get a tattoo today, what would you get? Excuse me. What is a telltale sign that you are upset? Number four, what is your nickname? Number five, what is your favorite topic to talk about? So, excuse me. So rude. So those are the questions. Thank you again, Jasmine. And lots of information, lots of links down below. Be sure to subscribe. If you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. And it doesn't mean you need to watch every single video. I'm not asking you that. But if you keep coming back, just go ahead and subscribe. And that way I'll show up in your feed. And so if you're like, oh, I wonder if she did a video lately, you'll already know, so it'll be in your feed. And if you are ambitious, click the notification bell. I do upload almost every friggin' day. So I normally don't say click the notification bell because I'll be in your feed every day. But if you would like to do that, by all means. If you do videos, feel free to click share and share this on your community tab. Or if you think someone else would... What is happening? You know what it is? Because it's on the inside of my lip because of how my lips are shaped. So sometimes stuff be migrating. If you think someone would enjoy my channel, you know, feel free to share and all of that stuff. And so, but for now, I'm going to go. Thank you for being here. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.